You are listening to Hot Tea with Jennabee. Fun!
Hey y'all! Welcome to Hot Tea with Jennabee. This is my doggie for those that are watching live right now. This is Winnie. She wanted to be in the intro. No? Okay. She doesn't have much to say. She's actually angry. I'm bothering her right now. But anyway, welcome everybody to Hot Tea with Jennabee. This is episode 10. What? So excited to be here tonight. And tonight I am joined by, once again, who we had in our Pride episode, Bishop Celena Spain Frank, my girl. Hey, girl.
Hey.
She's got a much more professional setup than I do. For those that are watching live, she streams on Twitch, so she didn't go out and buy all this stuff for us.
I should have let you think that, though.
I mean, I would love that. The dedication is fabulous, but I'm happy that you're here today.
I'm happy to be here as always. It was so lovely to see you last week.
Oh yeah, on Saturday. I know we were the town that I am from is Salem. Celena doesn't live there anymore, but she moved on to bigger and better city things. But the small town that I'm from has a Christmas parade, and it was pouring down rain, and I was sitting there in my car. I look over, and it was funny. The first thing that came to mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that girl's umbrella, because it was the pride flag, and I was like, that's Celena.
Yes. Always repping Pride.
I know, I love that. I love it. Actually, which reminds me, I have to message you about some stuff I have in the works. That I don't want to reveal anything yet, but I have some stuff in the works that I would love your input about. So I'll leave you that lingering for everyone for a little bit, but I'll tell you after the show, Celena. So, how much do you stay up to date on celebrity gossip and whatnot?
So it depends. I like my certain daytime TV shows, and they kind of keep me up on the tea.
I miss Wendy Williams. She is unwell right now.
I don't miss her.
You don't miss her?
I don't.
Oh, she was a little nasty. She was not nasty in the sense like the way she talked was like dirty or anything. She could be very nasty to celebrities, but something about her, if I was off work or wasn't doing anything or had off whatever, I would sit and watch her, and just her mannerisms like
Hmm.
kept me entertained. Like, I don't know, that's what I thought was probably the most entertaining thing about her.
Maybe. Have you catch the Sherry show or the J Hud show yet?
Yes, so I've seen the Jennifer Hudson show. I've seen that. The Sherry show, was she taking over for Wendy before they officially like shut her show down?
Yes. So she subbed the last couple episodes for her, and then she launched her own show at the same time.
Right. Yes. I did watch her a little bit. I haven't watched her actual show, but she's good. I like her. She's cute.
Yeah, she's
But
funny. She's a personality that
mhm.
you need.
Yeah, Jennifer Hudson, it's so funny cuz Jennifer Hudson didn't even win American Idol, right?
Yeah. No. Nope.
She was like she was like in the top 5, and she's like so famous. I sit and think about American Idol winners. Like, obviously, we all know Kelly Clarkson. She made it really big. Carrie Underwood's probably even bigger than Kelly Clarkson. But then I sit and think about like Ruben Studdard. But from what I understand, and maybe you can tell us for sure, he's like big in the like gospel community
Yeah,
music.
he is. He really is. He was
So
even before the show though.
yeah. And it's just a shame because I remember that's when like everybody still watched American Idol, and I remember watching it and voting for him because I was like, yeah, we need a big guy to win. He's got that big soul voice.
Ah.
And he did, and I was so happy, but it sucks that he's not on like mainstream radio, but hey, he's doing what he loves. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, and there were so many who win, but then don't do anything too much.
Yeah, and then what was that other girl? Fantasia? What the heck
Yeah,
happened to her?
he's still around. She switched to gospel too.
Did she? I see. I didn't even know
Yeah.
that.
Well, her mom was a preacher. Her grandmother was a preacher, so she kind of went back to the church.
She went back to her roots. I love that. Had no idea. Okay. Well, shout out to American Idol. I mean, I think it's still going on, if I'm not mistaken.
There's so many different shows to watch now. America's Got Talent,
Hmm.
Voice, X Factor. There's so many, but when it was just American Idol, that was the show back in the
Yes. Like I said, I remember like America was hooked on the first like 5 seasons of that. I was here for it. I loved it. Um, but there's been a lot that's been going on. Okay, there's so much happening. I'm sorry. I'm bringing up our live feed right now just to see if there's any chats going, anybody saying anything in the chat. But anyway, so I have so much bookmarked for us to cover today, but we are going to get into Selena's upcoming book that I didn't know about at all. She's coming out with a book in 2023, which I'm going to be like first in line or virtually in line, whatever, to buy it. Just putting that out there. So I'm excited to get into that a little later. Um, but in the meantime, Mike, do we still have my gossip intro? We don't have to play it. I'm just curious.
I'll have to find the gossip. We have the news intro. I don't think we have the gossip one.
That's what I meant. The news intro.
Yeah, we
Do
have
you
the
got
news.
that?
Yeah, I could do that for you.
You the best.
You
Let's do
okay?
that.
You doing good? Yeah, let's do that.
It's time for the news with Jennabee. What's the scoop? What's the scoop? What's the scoop? What's the scoop?
Oh my God, did you hear?
Oh my gosh. That's my brother that did that intro. He did all of my intros. I need to update the voice and the first intro, like the podcast intro, because that's my niece, and she recorded that when she was like 3, and she's like 7 now. I really need to update it. But anyway,
Wow.
so there's a lot of different things happening in the entertainment world right now, guys. God bless. Okay, so let's first talk about Balenciaga. Have you heard about that drama, Celena?
No,
You haven't heard about the teams? Okay,
I don't even know
that's
who that
fine.
is.
This is so you know. Okay, so you know that Balenciaga is a designer. Oh, you don't know?
Nope, no idea.
Do you know who? Stop licking yourself. You have no idea. Okay, so Balenciaga is a designer.
No idea. But
Um,
tell me about it. Tell me about it.
my dog is licking herself behind me. Gross. So I'm gonna bring up the actual story of what happened. But so they had a scandal with their ads. And it's apparently getting into a much deeper dive than it needs. I don't want to say that it needs to be because I think what they did was wrong, but like, do I think people should be like burning their Balenciaga outfits? No. First of all, if you don't want to wear them anymore, that's fine, but like, donate the clothes. So anyway, so let me tell you what they did. So there was a controversy going around because they had pictures of kids holding these Balenciaga teddy bears in Balenciaga clothes. The kids were in Balenciaga clothes. The teddy bears had S&M. Um, thank you for putting this up, Mike. But
Oh
for those who are listening to the
my
podcast version,
god!
yeah. So they pictured these kids holding these S&M, like the leather strap, the cuffs on the leather cuffs on the hands. I mean, everything but putting the ball and the strap across their face. Okay. So that was supposed to be their holiday campaign. Like, how did this get through so many people for like $1 billion company? And I say that, I don't know if they are $1 billion company, but I'm sure they're pretty close to it because their clothes are so expensive. And they were very big. Like, Kanye West walked in their show recently in Paris before this drama went on. Kim Kardashian was always for Balenciaga. So there was a backlash that happened. Um, and everyone was doing hashtag cancel Balenciaga. It was trending across Twitter and TikTok, accusing the brand of its brand and its creative director of condoning pedophilia. I think this is a little. This is in my opinion. I think that's a little stretch.
Uh,
Um, and child
uh,
exploitation. In a separate ad that dropped on November 21st promoting Balenciaga's spring/summer collection 2023, a bag from the fashion show's collaboration with Adidas was photographed atop copies of what appeared to be documents for the Supreme Court case United States versus Williams, a ruling that upheld the Protect Act, which increased federal protections against child pornography. Okay, so like that is that a good thing? I'm reading that that's a she's sipping her wine. Um so
don't they
anyway,
have focus groups?
that's huh?
Don't they have focus groups? Like, they sit around and say, "What do you think about this?" Like something. You mean nobody
Apparently
thought
not.
like we should?
Yeah.
Never mind.
No, I mean I 1,000,000% agree. Definitely missed the mark on what they were trying to get across with these ads. But so since then, right-wing conspiracy theorists latched onto the circulating photos taken out of context from the Instagram account of a stylist that portrayed scenes of violence and satanic images. That was false. So a right wingist, I guess, and we don't really get into politics here because it's just that's not our tea that we care about. But they took these images of these kids holding these very weird bears and tried to incorporate like satanic images in it, and that just wasn't accurate. That didn't come from Balenciaga. But we also live in a world where anyone can Photoshop anything. And so that this is why. So what it happened was they photoshopped these images in and started saying this is what Balenciaga. Well, people on Facebook nowadays, some people are stupid and believe everything they see on Facebook as true and accurate. So I'm not saying Balenciaga was in the right or was fine doing this with, the kids holding those S&M leather strap bears, but that was pretty effed up. But as far as like the satanic images, like that didn't actually happen, but it just goes to show you that don't believe everything you read on the internet, right?
I have a question. At any point,
Yeah.
did the parents go, I don't think this bag is appropriate?
Probably not.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
I would,
come on.
yes. Like, yeah, no,
Come on.
100%. I think that, but this is the way I look at it. I think they probably were like, not that it makes it right. I wouldn't do that with my child. I'd be like, okay, you're not posing with this bear. Unless there was a message behind it that was like good. Like, you know what I mean? We're not doing that. But I
Look at
think
that
that,
picture.
these are
No, come
obviously,
on.
I know. So Mike's showing a picture right now with a kid standing on like an ottoman, and these are very weird, like Balenciaga shoes. They got the bear, they got the very weird, what are those black things? I don't even know.
Lamps?
But anyway, they're leather chaps.
Maybe. I don't know. Let's call Valencia. I think we should call them. I think we should have a phone
Let's
interview with. Let's right now. Come
Hi.
on.
Balenciaga, we know you're listening. Please hit us up on Hot Tea with Jennabee's Facebook or Instagram. We would love to have you on the show to clear it up. But I think that obviously, like this little girl, she wants to be a model, she wants to be famous, and her parents obviously support that. Or maybe she doesn't. Maybe she doesn't want to be there. Her parents are forcing her. But either way, Balenciaga is huge, and the only people that are buying Balenciaga are honestly like her celebrities. Now I know somewhere you can buy some Balenciaga, which means the fake Balenciaga. Um, Someone's on the chat said maybe it was meant to be what not to do with your kids. I hope, right? That's what I mean. Like maybe there was a reason behind it, but they never cleared it up. They just basically Balenciaga came out with a statement and said, "Oh, that probably missed the mark of us just trying to promote some friggin' shoes." But and they
They
didn't
weren't
say
even
that. They
promoting the
didn't say there was.
bear.
No, I don't even think you could actually buy the bear. No, I know it's weird. But that's just so everyone's burning their Balenciaga, which please don't burn it. Go give it to a homeless person on the street or go just give it away. Don't throw it in the trash. I just don't like that. Like that's fine if you don't want to wear them anymore or buy them or purchase, but you already bought them. You're not getting your money back by burning it. So anyway, so that's all we got
Well,
to
but
say
if
about
you
that.
said the only people who can afford it are famous people. So if they're burning it, most
Right.
of them are going to burn it online or burn it live or something to make a statement. They're not burning it for the cause. They're burning it for this statement publicity that's going to come with
Yes. 100%. And they like what's her name? There's this country singers. Get down, puppy. I have a puppy and he's nuts. Get away. I there's a famous country singer that is a really big leftist, whatever, conservative person. And like she hired a photographer. It's what it looked like anyway. I don't know that was never confirmed, but like she took her Balenciaga stuff, nicely folded it into a clear bag, like clear trash bag, and had someone take a picture of her walking it out to her house. And I'm just like, and then did hashtag protect our kids. And I'm like, girl, why are you throwing it away? If you really want to make a statement, show me, hey, I'm not buying Balenciaga anymore. I'm gonna go donate this to someone that needs some shoes, ain't got none on the street. Who is that? Jason Aldean's wife. We don't like her. Come on, dog. Come on. Oh my gosh, my puppy, who's 900 pounds, is trying to get up where I am right now. Anyway, so God bless Balenciaga, get it together. So that's that. I'm glad that I could fill you in on that, Selena.
Mm.
Can't believe you didn't hear about that.
Mm.
Did you hear that Kim Kardashian or Kanye West has to pay Kim Kardashian $200,000 a month in child support?
Yes.
He's not even worth that much
I want.
anymore. Ever since
He went left field though. He went really left field with me recently.
he is unwell.
He's just
He definitely needs some kind of professional help, and we're all about getting some professional counseling. If you need to have some medicine you take every day so you don't lose your crap, that's fine. We support it. But Kanye, what you doing is not good. And I used to love Kanye. He was my boy. And then he started saying anti-Semitic comments.
yes.
Like saying that, like, so recently he said the Holocaust didn't happen, or he understood Hitler, why he did what he did, and like something that just goes to show you he's so unwell, or maybe he's just uneducated, is that Hitler was for world domination. So anyone that wasn't blue-eyed, blonde-haired, he wanted them extinct because he wanted everyone to fit this perfect white, blonde hair, blue-eyed image. So Kanye, if he would have gotten over to America and you was around, honey, you would have been right there getting the boot. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. What this picture that Mike's showing? He has a Bible right there. Is that a Bible right there?
Mm-hmm. A sin. Kanye.
I remember the controversy of him wearing the White Lives Matter shirt.
Oh, yes.
Yes. That was huge. We talked about that. We talked about that for weeks. Like, come on.
Absolutely. And just like, it's just the misinformation I feel that not only Kanye has, but that people in general have, people that are like, all lives matter. That's not what Black Lives Matter is about, okay? Me as a Caucasian person, I am not suppressed. And so I don't need to go around saying white lives matter because of the fact that I'm not suppressed, and I don't have to worry about, am I going to be looked like I'm going to be stealing something when I go into a grocery store? You know what I mean? So it's like, that's what I hate when people do that. It's like, just do your education behind what Black Lives Matter stands for, and then we can talk. But Kanye, he in loopy land and just doesn't understand anything.
Well, yeah, there's something. But going back to his so he had a prenup with Kim Kardashian. I remember that part of it.
Yes.
Somewhere. There was like this prenup where like every year they were married, she got so much money. I want that, okay? I'm married. I want that.
Oh my gosh. Me too. I mean, I think that, married couples should definitely like get some kind of allowance for just, putting up with everyday life, because sometimes it's hard to be married. Oh my goodness.
Love you. We love you.
Yeah, don't what happened? Let's see. Okay, so Mike's sharing a picture right now of Kanye, and what does 11/23/23 stand for? Kanye's wearing a jacket that says 11/23. I think it says 23.
Means he's running for president.
Anyway.
He's already announced he's going to be running.
But didn't, what are you eating, dog? He
went to Trump to ask Trump to be his vice president. I actually know a lot about this stuff for some reason, but yeah. He went to Trump to ask him to be vice president, and when he went to Trump's Mar-a-Lago house, He also brought a known white supremacist
Yeah. Oh,
who is
yeah. I remember.
in Kanye's corner to support him legally in his venture to become president of the United States. So that's what that is there for.
But doesn't the election happen the first Tuesday in November? I think you got your date wrong, Kanye.
It is
Right?
that last digit it's a skew. We can't really tell what that is. I don't know what the whole date means. But that's what I'd have to say. Just because Kanye's got a date wrong, I mean, not far fetched.
Pretty accurate, on brand. Yeah, well, Kanye better start doing something, because since he made those anti-Semitic comments, he's been dropped by Adidas, he's been dropped by Balenciaga, but probably at this point Balenciaga will probably ask him back. Because they off the wall too. Who else did he get dropped by? Like, he lost like millions.
I believe
and
his
millions
his record label that had him signed or something dropped him or did something. But a lot of people are disconnecting and disassociating.
Yeah, I mean,
who he asked for vice president.
No, Kanye West was once the richest African American man in America, and he's not anymore because of all of these comments. Hold on, guys, I have to yell to my husband. John, can you get the dogs? This is Hot Tea with Jennabee, everybody.
So the brands that have dropped Kanye, Gap, Balenciaga, JP Morgan, MRC, CAA, Foot Locker, TJ Maxx.
JP Morgan, what did they cut off his Chase credit card?
Madame Tussauds wax figure. They
Madame
removed
Tussauds?
They removed his wax figure.
Come on.
Dang.
He turns it into a candle.
So
they turned it into a candle. They said, let's just burn it. There's my hubby for those watching live.
There you go.
He had to get the dogs because the dogs were literally fighting right under me. One of them. So anyway, okay, honey, I'm literally doing a podcast. Okay, just leave them. Anyway.
I wonder how many podcasts there's 1,000,001 podcasts out there that people are saying the same exact thing you're saying live on their shows also. So don't be worried.
Do you think anyone else is saying the same things? Anyway, whatever. But listen, Kanye, we know you're listening. And listen, I am a big mental health advocate, Hunty. Okay? And we need you to be better. We need you to do better, because I was once a fan of Kanye, and I ain't no more. You killing all the vibes out here with your comments.
The best thing about Kanye, I believe, that has happened recently was the fact that you've got Elon Musk, the owner of Twitter, and Elon came back and he reinstated President Trump's Twitter and is like all about this free speech and everything. And next thing you know, boom, Kanye gets banned from Twitter.
Right. I was just saying that to somebody. I said, what are the odds that everybody else got reinstated that was blocked on Twitter?
And Kanye gets axed.
Yeah. What I want to know
clearly
is why does Kim Kardashian? She has they have money. What does she want $200,000 for a month?
So I read that it was like supposed to go to the kids' private schools, because they're probably going to the biggest top-notch school over there in Los Angeles.
They have to have a dad to stand anti-Semitic statements. They can't go to public school.
No, they would 100% have problems in public school. Yeah, I read a little like in detail, and of course I don't have it in front of me, but she listed out how they came up with the number. But like I said, he is no longer the richest African American man in the United States anymore, and he was, and it's because you gotta watch what you say. And it's one thing to be like, hey, what I said was taken out of context. That's not what I said. No. He straight up said, yeah, I said that. And then like continued to say more. So we're not here for that. My dogs are still fighting. They're literally fighting over an ear of a dog toy.
We're gonna get an update on the dogs for the rest of the show. Update on the dogs.
Update on the dogs. They're still around. Hank's prancing around. Anyway, Kanye, just let us know if you want to clear things up. Actually, no, I don't want him on my podcast. No, thank you.
That I think was the quickest invitation and rescind in Hot Tea with Jennabee history.
Cancel. I will literally have anyone on this podcast ever. I love interesting people, but that is a line. I don't want to be canceled myself. Okay. What else do we have going on? There was just so much. Oh, Kirstie Alley died. I'm so sad.
I know. I loved her, and look who's talking.
Stop! I was just thinking. So let me tell you this, okay, Celena. So you like Look Who's Talking. Did you see the second and third one?
Yes, I've watched. Oh,
I love it. Okay, so I grew up on those movies, and you cannot tell me that Look Who's Talking now, or is it Talking Again? Whatever the third one is, that is a Christmas movie.
yes, because they it's at Christmas, and they go to and he has to work and fly and all that stuff. Yeah, I remember.
It's on my Christmas list of Christmas movies. I'm trying to push my dogs away. So you have to watch it at Christmas time. So just a heads up. Come on, give me that.
Oh yeah.
All right. Look Who's Talking.
Oh, so there's Look Who's Talking, Look Who's Talking 2, and then Look Who's Talking Now.
Now, yes, that's what it's called. Love it.
Or no, maybe that was Look Who's Talking 2, and it had Roseanne in it too.
Roseanne
the voice
was the
of
baby
the little girl.
I gotta binge watch those now.
Yeah, I also liked her in oh God, what's that movie with the twins?
Oh, It Takes Two. Yeah.
Yes, she was really good in that.
I miss Mary-Kate and Ashley.
I miss the old them, not the
yeah. I remember when one of them got married, I feel like it was Mary-Kate. One of them got married and they reported the like reception, like someone who was there and like reported it, and they said they had bowls of cigarettes for their wedding guests to share. Now, Mike, you're getting married soon. Are you gonna have bowls of cigarettes for your guests?
What alcohol? Bowls of alcohol. That's what we're gonna have. We're not gonna have
bowls of alcohol.
Bowls of cigarettes. Bowls of alcohol. We're actually gonna have, instead of somebody tossing flowers to the people down on the ground, they're gonna be tossing beers to people in shots. But we will not be having any kind of cigarettes.
No cigarettes? Well, all I know is, Mike, this sounds like it's going to be a great time. And if you don't invite me to this wedding, I'm going to just come anyway.
I don't know. We might have to Kanye you.
I've never said anything anti-Semitic in my life.
But you have said things anti-toxic Mike.
When? That's a dang lie. I have always been toxic, pro-toxic Mike.
I remember with the Olsen twins, when this is during the AOL days, when they had the countdown till they're 18, which was so creepy. Now that I look back, because that was like during when I was their age, like in that age group, and I was like, yeah, the countdown. Now that I'm an older guy, and thinking about the older guys that are involved, like that were all about that countdown, and you're like, ooh, ew, that's creepy. But yeah, I remember that.
Imagine someone having a countdown for your daughter to turn 18.
That's it. Show's over.
I'm just saying, that's what it's compared to. It's disgusting.
Yeah, absolutely. Perspective.
Mike was following the countdown. He lied. He knew. A sin. Wow. Let's see. What else? Aaron Carter has passed on. I'm upset about that. Very upset.
Aaron Carter.
Stop it. You know who Aaron Carter is.
Oh, I know who
I
Aaron
know
Carter is.
is tough but sweet. She's fine, she
Yes,
can't be beat.
yes.
Yeah,
That was
he
so
passed
like that
away.
was like before Thanksgiving.
It was. It was a little bit before Thanksgiving. Um, so something that people don't emphasize a lot on Aaron Carter, he was very troubled, and he honestly, like, I think he had the weight of the world on his shoulders at a very young age, and it's just so unfortunate. But so he ended up having a problem with drugs, and he problem with substance use and things like that. And they speculated and said that that's probably how he passed away, but they can't, I guess, determine this early, because the results haven't come back. But something that people don't emphasize with Aaron Carter a lot is that even before he passed away, he was like like such a giving person. His The person that found him was his house cleaner, and he was a homeless woman, and the house cleaner like said this, like she confirmed it. She was a house The house cleaner was a homeless woman that he met and gave a job to, and like said, hey, like, you can come here and get a shower every day, help you get on your feet, I'll give you some money. And she's the one that found him, and it's just, and he was always giving like money to people. So please, like, if you don't know this, please look it up. It just goes to show you that, like, people that suffer from substance use disorder, like, aren't bad people. And I think he was a very giving person. But please look up all of the different instances where he like gave random people like presents for their kids because they didn't have anything, that he like found on TikTok and stuff. So it's just so sad. R.I.P. Aaron. Those tattoos on his face were not cute though.
Yeah, I remember
Not.
him from oh god, Lizzie McGuire show.
Yes.
That's where he was at first. That's where I first remember him. And then they whole dated and did that thing. That's what I remember.
Oh, yes. That was classic. And I was a huge Lizzie McGuire fan growing up. I wanted to be just like her. We love Hillary Duff. We will forever be a Hillary Duff stan podcast. So we love you, Hillary. Come on the show. What else is going on? I'm gonna just read one or two more things before we get into your fun book, Selena. Um,
Yes.
Britney Spears I don't know if she's trying to make amends with her sister, but do you know, Selena, that like she had issues
I
with her whole
loved
family? Jamie Lynn, yep.
I loved Jamie Lynn
Um,
Spears. She's amazing. Used to do a TV show, and
she's
I don't remember the name of it. That's
what was it? It wasn't iCarly. What was the
no, it
show
wasn't
called?
iCarly. It was like her and a bunch of her friends, and
Oh, Zoe 101.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, and then everyone said that the show ended because she got pregnant. But apparently that just like wasn't the case. But anyway. Well, Brittany and her had been having some little bit of a tiff, a family drama, if you will. And, she was like blasting Jamie Lynn because Jamie Lynn did that interview with Call Her Daddy podcast, which I love, by the way. And, Jamie Lynn was saying her side of the story and all that. But so anyway, so Brittany out of nowhere on her 41st birthday posted a picture of Jamie Lynn and was like, I'm going to read exactly what it says. Give me 1 second. Brittany Spears. Oh, wait, did she delete her Instagram? Britney Spears. Maybe I'm just spelling it wrong. She deleted her Instagram.
She didn't delete you. She knew you would be talking about her tonight, so she
She
unfriended you.
blocked me. She blocked me. She said, not that hot tube, Jennabee girl. Anyway, well, whatever. So she ended up saying something like, you're precious to me. I love you, or something like that. I would look it up, but she blocked me. I was messaging her randomly for podcast nights, and I'd be like, "What you doing, girl? You good?" She probably finally saw my messages and said, "Leave me alone." She said, "Leave me alone."
I loved it. You should do that. That should be your ringtone.
It should be. Do you have a ringtone?
I do.
What's your ringtone, Celena?
Cliche. Scripture.
What is it?
Scripture.
Oh,
And
that's
whenever it
cute.
rings, everybody looks around and they just go, "Is that God?"
Jesus, he's come back.
Even my text message, it's like this sweet voice. Behold, text message.
I love that. That's cute. It is God telling you you have a text message.
It is right for me. I want to know what
so let's
Mike's
get in.
ringtone is.
Yeah, Mike, do you have a ringtone, or is your phone just always on vibrate?
It's weird, but it's always on vibrate. It just needs to be in my pocket on vibrate.
That's so boring.
Why is that
Oh my
boring?
gosh, that's boring. My dog just farted. You guys are gonna hear that on the podcast.
Told you we were
version,
gonna get dog updates for the rest of the show. Told you.
I don't want people to think it was me. Although if it was me, I would happily say sorry, guys. I have a ringtone. I just don't know what it is. Oh, this is so old. I need to change it. It's
Just keep breathing and breathing and breathing and breathing.
from Ariana Grande.
Yes,
my
I
text
love
message-
Ariana.
Who's that?
I love that song. That's such a good song.
Did you just ask who Ariana Grande is?
Mike. And then only the real ones will know what this is from.
Wake up, Chrissy.
You guys know what that is?
No.
Wake up, Chrissy.
Oh, wait. That's the thing I want.
Was this the post?
Oh.
I was trying to find it. Was this it or no?
Yes.
Did I get it wrong? Okay.
Yeah, this is her. So yeah, okay. So going back to the Britney Spears really fast. So Mike found what I couldn't find because I was blocked. So long. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but she says the last thing I want to be doing is this. But here we are. It's hard to see these posts as I know the world also feels. I just wish her well. Brit, I am always here. Oh wait a minute. No, this is from
No,
Jamie
this isn't
Lynn.
it.
No.
Never mind. I
That's
tried.
I feel like
I can't win
Britney's
with all of them.
It's okay. Britney's was very short. It was like, I love you. I love you, Britney. I mean, I love you, Jamie Lynn. Which, why don't they just call... Stop licking yourself, Winnie. Why don't they just call her Jamie? That annoys me that they call her Jamie Lynn.
But if that's not her name, then I understand. Like,
I know. I mean, listen, I'm the only one that's nickname is longer than their real name, so I can't say anything.
your name.
My nickname is Jennabee. My real name, wouldn't you like to know?
Ha ha ha. Dum dum dum.
I will never say my government name. But anyway.
Oh, but you put mine in the description. I see how this works.
I put your whole government name in the description of the podcast. Oh gosh. Oh, well, you know what? How do you know? How does anyone know that that's your real name?
Oh, that's true. That's true.
You know?
Yeah, you see, you put some thought into it. You had quick responses.
So you gotta watch out for the paparazzi. Okay? So, but let's get into your book that I didn't know anything about until you posted about it.
You know, I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell a single.
It's
I told
okay.
2 souls. 2 souls about it.
I love it. Who are those 2 souls? Can I ask?
So my best friend, who's like a brother to me, and then my wife.
Mhm.
The only 2 who know, but I've been working on it for so long, it was kind of hard not to tell anybody.
Stop. So can you say what the name of the book is or no?
Sure. It is Unselfish, Confessions of a Trans Clergy. And it's just about me, my story, my life. And a lot of people thought, so I'm gonna get in trouble for this. So someone before when I when I first transitioned, somebody had told me I was selfish because I was transitioning, and it really bothered me. I mean, for weeks it bothered me, and I said from that day on, if ever I wrote a book, it would be called Unselfish. I'm truly doing the most unselfish thing I can do right now, which is allowing the
Mhm.
world to see me as me. And so that's why I wanted
I
to make sure I did it unselfish.
Oh, I love that. So, oh, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed already, and I don't know anything about it. It could literally be blank pages and just say hi, and I'd be like, yes. Just from the title alone. So it's about your story. It's about. Do you talk about who you were before? Do you reveal, and forgive me if I use the wrong term, but like, do you talk about your dead name? Do you give that away?
I don't give
Okay.
my dead name away, but I do talk about it. And I talk about all my hurt and trauma that led me to uh, becoming me. So all of what life had thrown at me and brought me through up until today. And I dedicated the book to all of my children and to my grandmother, and
Mm.
to the people who I really live for, who I'm able to just be myself.
I love that. Oh my gosh, that's so special. And your kids, they're still young, but they're a little bit older. Do they like, did you tell them what the book is about? Like, how did you go about telling them you were writing a book and what the book was like? Details did you give them?
My kids have no idea I'm writing a book. No idea that it's.
Really?
I have not told them a thing. And two of my kids read. Like, so I have a total of 7 kids. 3 of them are actually mine, and then 3 aren't, but they're still my kids. But they all read
Absolutely.
everything, and it's it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting when they realize. But I mean, they're in the book definitely. I transitioned
Hmm.
with kids, so I talk about it. I talk about the struggles and the strife and the heartache and the confusion and the questions, and we really get into a lot of nitty gritty things. It was a real healing process to write this book.
Hmm.
It made me heal through some trauma that I didn't even realize I had.
Oh my gosh, how amazing. So where do you plan on like do you have an exact date of when this book's coming out?
So it's coming out the third week of March in 2023. I
Okay.
am know it'll be on Amazon, but we are not quite sure where else it will be yet. We're still in the soft launch stage and finalizing the editing. So once I know
Oh
those
my god.
things, with Jennabee will be the first to know.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. And so it'll definitely be on Amazon. Are you gonna do like a book launch or anything? Because if you do, you better tell me where, because I will be there. If even just like Mike's wedding, even if I'm not invited, I will show up.
Mike, you better send an invitation quick.
Nah, I want to see her crash it.
Yeah, it might be more fun to watch me crash it.
We
But
I
it's
didn't want to
seriously
do
do.
I didn't want to do a book
Mhm.
tour. I didn't want to do signing. I didn't want to do a launch. I didn't want to do any of that. Mainly because it's all new for me. My first book, and it's just my story. It's not even like something fun or a children's book or something. And I want to do all of those things, but for me, this was important for me to heal and get this out of the way and answer a lot of questions. A lot of people don't know that you can still be a Christian and trans. You can be clergy and trans, and a lot of people don't even know what trans is. There's still that whole misconception. So I'm hoping a lot of the those people who have those questions pick my book up and answer some of those questions.
That's wonderful. And for those of you that are listening that didn't hear our Pride episode back in June, I really encourage you to go and listen to that episode. Celena was on that. That was she was in studio for that, which was it was so much fun. I think we like played a game. We had so much
Oh
fun that
yes.
night. And so please go back, like, and I asked her some questions back then just to kind of like, how did she get to this point? And it's a really good episode. So please go back and listen to it. But just like for reminding the audience and reminding myself, when did you have like a moment where you just kind of like woke up and you're like, I'm decided that this is who I am, this is my identity? Like, has it always kind of been like deep down? Like, what kind of led you, because it's so interesting that you're a bishop and transgender, so which came first, I should ask?
So I was a bishop before I made the physical trans, and then when I transitioned, I was made sure I was reaffirmed as my true self. So there was no question that you could be trans and in the church. Um, and I didn't want to do that. Let's just be honest. I was ready to leave ministry, but
Yeah.
I had a great support system who told me I couldn't leave. I had to make sure that I paved the way for others. But to answer your
And
question,
yeah.
I knew years ago. I mean, I knew when I met you back in high school. For those of you who don't know, we be some old people. We went to high school over 10 years ago together. Uh, but
I love
I
it.
was willing to be everything everyone needed me to be at that time. I was willing to be the husband and the father that my wife needed me to be. I was willing, and my children. I was willing to be the military person and follow the orders of the military. And when my life was shifted and changed by my divorce and by my separation and by the death of my mother, it really allowed me to go on a self-discovery healing process. And um, I realized that this is not only who I've always been, but this is who I want to be for the rest of my life, whether it's a day or whether it's 5,000 years. And
Mm-hmm.
so I decided, I went shopping in one day, started presenting that day, and never changed. Look back.
Wow. How did you meet your wife? I don't think you ever explained to me how you met her.
Okay. So you know all the backstory. I was married
Yeah.
before and got
You
divorced.
don't
I
have to
was a
get into
school
all that, but
sweetheart.
yeah, I knew the
Um,
backstory.
but right after my separation, I started working for a new company, and she happens to be my supervisor at my job. Um,
Ooh, scandalous.
it was very scandalous. So we started talking and texting, and then we decided we were going to try and get together. It didn't work out. Like a month, we tried to get together, and then we finally went on a date and been together ever since.
Oh, and you're living in Philadelphia, right?
We do. I live in Philadelphia. I love it here. So much to do, so much to see. You
Mm-hmm.
can get anywhere. It's really nice. I enjoy it. It's
That's awesome.
definitely different from the small town I grew up in.
Lord, yes. Um, it's such a because I sit and think about so often that, like, just how many kids are in our town and in our community that are probably, I mean, we grew up in a town where it's, you were made fun of if you were gay. You, any
Mhm.
slight of difference, how
Yeah.
dare you?
Any day.
Being different, but yet kids walking around with like mullets, that's weird to me. But whatever, like, be your own self, that's fine. But I'm not going to judge you because of your appearance. I'm not going to judge you for who you are. I'm just like, it just blows my mind that they, any type of difference is just, in our community, it's just sad. And not everybody's like that, but it's sad that we can't continue to be where our roots were. And I'm
Yeah.
sure, I don't know if that had anything to do with you moving to a big city, but I feel like if I was in your shoes, I am an ally, so I am not a part of the LGBTQIA plus family, but I am an ally for all of you. And I sit and think, and I'm just like, and sometimes I actually get very emotional thinking about the kids that are in
Mhm.
our area that are like, I can't ever tell my parents that this is
Yeah.
who I want to be. This is who I am. This is how I felt my whole life. I'm just going to have to wait till I get older, and then almost feel like I'll just have to disappoint them later. And I think the education, which you are seriously 100%, what do they call those? not a path maker. There's a term for it. You're
Trailblazer?
you're paving. Thank you, a trailblazer. Seriously, you are a trailblazer, and it's because you even said that there's only 2 transgendered people of the cloth or bishops in the United
Yes,
States.
bishops. Yep.
Bishops,
And one
yeah.
of
So
them
like you're
just
one of 2. Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
he gave up the synod for in California.
Wow.
Although his story's still very inspirational, though.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna just give the name of them. But I just seriously, you're such a trailblazer in for this community and for those kids that are out there that like you were at knowing you wanted you who you were, but you couldn't really be. You were trying to please everybody else, and it's just this is who you are, and it's still what it comes down to. As I sit and think, I'm like, what does it bother people? What is it?
Yeah.
You're not hurting anyone. You are truly being your true self, which is healthy for everyone. It's healthy for those that you come into contact with. It's healthy for those
Yeah.
it's healthy for you. It's healthy for your kids to be who you are. And I just still to this day it blows my mind of why people care. If they don't agree with it, okay, then don't agree with it, but you don't have to hate. you know?
I agree.
So, but I can't wait to read this book. I'm going to take a whole vacation day to read it in one whole day. And take off work just to read this
Now,
book.
everybody heard that. You heard that, Mike. I want that on a recording. I want to put that on a loop.
I'm gonna cut that.
No, didn't say that. What? But no, seriously, thank you so much. You bring such something so special when I have you on that I just look forward to it every single time because you're a bishop, but you're like the coolest bishop ever. Like
I learned a long time ago you have to be yourself. So, like, we're talking before about wine. I got my wine.
hey, Jesus turned water into wine. I mean,
Yeah, I know. I want him to do
Jesus.
it for me all the time. I'm praying all the time. If you just turn all of my water bottles, it would be amazing.
Please turn it into the Auburn Winery blueberry wine for me. That's what I would love.
Tomasello. Favorite wine, Tomasello.
Oh, I've had that. Very, very good.
Yes,
Very
and you
good.
can only get it in Jersey.
It really is it a winery in Jersey?
Yes, it's a specific winery a little bit north of where you are, and yeah, I was so mad when I moved over here because none of them have it. And I have to drive over to Jersey just to get it.
You just get a case at a time, and that'll hold you over.
But then I look, I tell everybody it's for communion.
Yeah. We get the good stuff, okay? Well, but it's been so much fun. Like I said, you're welcome on this podcast anytime, but we'll definitely have you back after the first of the year and closer to book release, or maybe when you have the physical book in your hand and you can like we're a week away, we can do like a little snippet or something, whatever. That would be fun. That would be so much
Sounds
fun.
good. Right.
Cool. Well, this was a good time, and I thank you so much for joining. Mike, do you have any words of closing? Anything?
Kanye's invited to the wedding.
That's
We're
okay.
canceling the
That's
wedding.
fine.
I'm coming too. We're canceling the wedding.
See, no, I'm gonna act like I'm Laura. And I'm gonna ask, hi, can I cancel this wedding? I don't want to hear anymore. And then you guys are gonna show up that day, and they're gonna be like, she called and canceled, and I'm gonna be like, Kanye's still invited. I would never do that to Laura though.
Now, just to everybody checking out the show, wherever you found us, whether it was on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you found out about the show, and you're listening now and you enjoyed it. please go ahead and let your friends, family, anybody else you know that'd be interested in listening to download the show everywhere you get podcasts. And if you want to tune in live, all you got to do is go over to Hot Tea with Jennabee's Facebook page, where every time we record an episode, we broadcast live, and you can see Jenna's beautiful face and, well, and see the dog that terrorized the whole entire show. But
These freaking dogs!
spread the word and let people know to check out Hot Tea with Jennabee.
Yes, and Celena's, do you have anything that you want to share? Where can people find you? Tell everyone where you see your beautiful inspirational videos every day that I literally open Facebook to look for daily.
I'm glad you like them. So yes, I do daily inspirations. You can find me on Instagram at The Real Celenas, or you can find me on Facebook. I actually think I changed the Instagram too, but at facebook.com/the transgender bishop.
Love it. And that's Celena's Celenas.
Yes. Anything
Yes.
for Selena.
And y'all anything for Celena's. And y'all already know you can catch me at The Real Jennabee on Instagram, on Venmo, on PayPal. If anyone wants to be a sponsor, I'm looking for sponsors right now. You will get a whole ad, not just me saying you're a sponsor. It'll be fun. Anyway, so thank you guys so much. Thank you to my friggin' dogs for interrupting the whole podcast. But overall, thank you, Michael, and thank you, Celena, for joining. And we will catch you guys next time on Hot Tea with Jennabee. We love you guys.